good, people? It's another beautiful day, another beautiful week, and today it means it's time for another video of celebs that I met before. With your boy tristanknight. If you don't know who I am an artist, producer, a father, a husband, a man of God, a light worker. I'm everything that you are not. I'm just kidding. And today, the story that I'm gonna tell is about how I met the game.
Go ahead and envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Yes, Jason Taylor, aka Chuck Taylor, from the West Coast, Compton, the game.
Picture that.
So, let me start with first. The reason how I met the game is because of this song right here.
It's hard to live when you're seeing people struggle, and it seems like it's never gonna change. I put my face to the sky and talk to God when it rains. All the things I done seen keep me sane.
Yeah, so I sent this song named Pain to my best friend, Curly. His dad, who lives out here in Los Angeles, thank you again. And thank you, Curly, for just being my best friend since day one. One of my best friends, you know what I'm saying? My childhood friend that would just look out for me and send his dad my music, not knowing that his dad was gonna play it for the game. You know, so the year's 2013, and it's kind of after the Kanye shit. So it's like a year after the Kanye thing. And I created the song Pain. I had it in the tuck for a while, and I didn't want to just put it out because I wanted to see if people was actually feeling it. And you know, I was coming up with a new batch of music because I was working on the album. And I did the song, and I just sent it to him just so my homie can hear it. And I think like the next day he hit me back and was like, yo, Pops wanna holler at you. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know what it was for, you know what I'm saying? But he called me and he was like, yo, man, this shit dope. Like, when you make this? I'm like, I just made it like not too long ago. He was like, man, I'm gonna play this for Chuck and some other people. And I'm just like, okay, all right. And I just left it alone. So then, fast forward, it's December of 2013, and I am at the Palace of Auburn Hills for the Yeezus tour. So I'm in the tour. I'm inside of the concert, and I ain't gonna lie, I smoked the fat. It was amazing. In the middle of the concert, Pops calls me and says, hey, I got Jason on the phone.
Sideways, old folks talk about back in my day.
And I'm like, what? He was like, the game want to talk to you right now. In the middle of the concert, I ran out of the venue around to where all the concession stands and everything was in the Palace. And it was so fucking loud that I could not hear him, but I could still hear him. So it was like, okay, I gotta make this call quick. I gotta listen in as much as possible, and I gotta take advantage of this opportunity because I know he on the go, you know what I'm saying? So he told me like, yo, I heard the song, this shit dope, you know what I'm saying? When you coming out here, I'm like, look, man, I'll come out there right now if you bought a fucking ticket. Like, you know, I'm trying to come to LA ASAP. So I went back to the concert, and I think within like the next couple of weeks, I scrambled up the money to get a ticket to go to LA one way. Now, this is the beginning of 2014. So if anybody remembers the beginning of 2014, it was cold as shit during the winter time. And I was still working at the airport, but this time I was working outside for, I almost said their name, for another company. But the winter was so brutal that it was just like, you know what? I just gotta buy a ticket to get away. It was like 0 degrees most days, in the negatives. I couldn't take it. So I'm like, yo, Curls, I just bought a ticket to LA. Whenever you get paid, man, buy a ticket too. We gonna fly out there to kick it with Pops and link up with the game. He like, all right, cool. I'm like, yo, do not forget, I don't care what you gotta pay on, buy this fucking ticket, man. He's like, okay, I'm on it. So hung up, he bought the ticket. The next day, we both had tickets. Coincidentally, they was on the same flight, and we bought them at separate times. So I don't know how that worked out. That was God in the universe. But we got tickets right next to each other in the same row on the same plane. And we took that trip to LA, I think like a week later for a day. And it was surreal. It was my first time coming out here. It was beautiful. It was a day flight, so I could see the ocean, I could see the mountains, I could see the palm trees. It just looked crazy. It looked like some shit that you see in the movies. For everybody that has never been to California, you've never been to LA before, it's everything you see on TV and more. So yeah, when we got here, we landed, and his pops had scooped us up from the airport. And I think like the first thing we did, we went and got something to eat and we chilled for a minute, and then game called. So he told us like, yeah, meet me in Culver City. My son got a game at Culver City Middle School. Cool. So we drive to Culver City. We get to the middle school and the game is rocking, and I can see game across the court with I think his other son, you know, some people from his label, and his kid's mother, you know. And so we walk around the gym over there to him, and it's just surreal seeing somebody that you see on TV that, you know what I'm saying, you were screaming G-Unit and just all types of shit. Just seeing them in person, and they know who you are, and they heard your music, and they think this shit is dope. So, you know, we exchange, you know, pleasantries, dap him up, and he like, yo, you got a passport? And I'm just like, nah, but I can get one. He like, all right, cool. We going to London next month, and I want you to go on tour with us. Man, on the inside, I was fucking beaming. I wanted to run in the middle of the court on the game, but I couldn't do that because I would have got kicked out, and then I would have messed up everything. So I just kept my composure and just kept it cool. Like, man, I'm about to go to London on tour with the game and perform and just like start my rap career. Like, this is how my shit is about to take off? Cool. So, you know, we kick it some more, man. I think after the game, we leave. We snap up some photos. I think that was my weekend with him. That wasn't the first time that I met him. The second time I met him again is when I lived out here. But that's another story that I'm gonna save for another time. So actually, you know what? I will tell that story. It's quick. He threw a party for his assistant in Laguna Beach, and it was an ill ass night. Once again, Pops hit me up like, yo, we gotta take these J's down to the game. He got a party. Let's go. I'm like, okay, it's like 10 o'clock. He's like, man, I don't give a fuck. You grown. Let's go. Cool. We drive an hour to Laguna Beach down at Orange County. Got this dog-ass beach house. It's a party. It's drinks. We get there. It's Sam Cassell there. Now, if you're an NBA or a basketball fan, all the dudes out there know who Sam Cassell is. I'm walking on the patio, or, you know what I'm saying, on the sand, and Sam Cassell greets me and says, yo, your pops have played me your music, and you dope as fuck. Now, I'm like, okay, I got game in the house who already told me a year prior that I was dope. Then Sam Cassell, who's an NBA legend, you know, basketball legend, telling me that my music is dope. And it was one of the most surreal nights of my life, man. It's just super dope to have that. And music took me to these heights, man. So what I want to say in this video is these stories that I tell y'all, they entertaining, but it's just also just an eye-opening experience just to share with everybody, to let y'all know that, man, it's dopeness all around. And I just want to give y'all these smiles and these laughs and these behind-the-scenes stories about my life, period, making music. You know, if you don't know, I'm an artist. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you know that I'm a rapper. If you've known me for 15 years or more, you know that I'm a rapper, and I'm pretty damn good at it, as well as a producer. But, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys, man. Until the next time, peace. Shining on you hoes.